This footage was filmed secretly in the United Arab Emirates. The woman in green is on trial. Her feet are chained. Her alleged crime? Sex outside marriage. In the UAE, that can land you in prison.
كل من ارتكب جريمة الزنا سواء كان امرأة أو رجل في دولة الإمارات يعتبر ذو سوابق ومجرم.
Kasi natakot din po ako noon. Kasi nalaman kong buntis na ako. Naisip ko ipapakulong ako. Natakot na rin po ako noon.
ভয়ে বুঝতে পারছি আমি কারো কাছে বলতে পারতেছি না।
Women are being trapped by the UAE's laws, especially vulnerable migrant workers.
Tens of thousands of women are migrating. They really believe there's an opportunity for them, and they don't know what's awaiting them. And that's what's really scary.
Many stay silent through fear. But in a year-long investigation, we've tracked down women around the world who are brave enough to speak out. This is their story. Dubai, a place of sunshine and opportunity. Many women come looking for a better life. 90% of the population in the UAE is foreign. But they can find themselves trapped by the country's strict Sharia-based laws on sex outside marriage. Marie travelled to Dubai to work as a domestic helper. We've changed her name to protect her identity. After 4 years, she met a local man.
We meet every day. He likes me, and also I feel that I like him also before. I make him a boyfriend. Then I stopped my job because he told me to stop work because he will support me. He told me, I will marry you. We will live here in Dubai.
Still unmarried, she had 2 daughters with her boyfriend. But that's a crime under the country's strict zina laws.
الآن ما هو الزنا؟ الزنا هو علاقة تقام بين رجل وامرأة خارج القانون. القرآن تضمن آيات تعاقب على الزنا. أي علاقة غير شرعية بين امرأة ورجل يعاقب عليها بالجلد. وطبعا هذا الأمر تطور في القوانين وأصبح الجلد وفترة بالسجن وفترة حبس.
Even though Marie had committed a crime, her boyfriend's family welcomed them into their home until a friend intervened.
Every night, he is coming there. He is a high person in Dubai. And this guy told to my mother-in-law, you know this is illegal. Why you accept this person in your house? How if the police catch you? Not only you, all of your family. So they scared.
The family decided that Marie and her daughters should return home to the Philippines. But she'd left her first employer without permission, breaking the country's kafala laws, which give bosses exclusive rights to their workers. And the employer still had her passport. So the only way Marie could try to leave the country was to hand herself over to the authorities.
I feel so bad. I feel so sad. I think they will put me in jail in a long time. But because I love this guy, I told him, okay, I will do it.
Marie was put on trial. Like the vast majority of domestic workers who have to face the law, she couldn't afford a lawyer.
The judge, he asked me about the father of my daughters, where he is. Of course, I keep secret. I told them he ran away and I don't know where he is, and I saved them because I don't want to put him in trouble.
The judge found Marie guilty of breaking both the kafala and zina laws and sentenced her to 9 months in jail with her 2 daughters. She says prison life was harsh.
They are giving weekly 1 can of the milk and 25 pieces of Pampers, but it's not enough. Even water you need to buy. We are 3 to 4 persons inside that room, and we have a babies. There's a mattress, and we are sleep in one small mattress.
The zina laws prohibiting sex outside marriage apply to everyone in the UAE. But it's overwhelmingly women who are caught because pregnancy is proof the law's been broken. Local women often resort to illegal abortions to avoid being punished. But women migrant workers can often be trapped by the kafala system, even if they've been raped. Laili left her home and family in Bangladesh for a job as a domestic helper in the UAE.
এগুলো খুবই খারাপ। ওরে যখন আমি ছিলাম, আমার আরো 3-4 দেশের মেয়েরা থাকতো, বলতো তোর মালিক খুব খারাপ। খারাপ কারণে আমি অনেক ভয়ে ভয়ে চলতাম, ভয়ে ভয়ে থাকি। তো এরকম করতে করতে আল্লাহ আল্লাহ করতে করতে 3 মাস, তো আমার যখন না থাকে তখন বাইরে বলে কি রে তুই আমার এত ভয় পাস কে? আমি আর করি না, আবার এক দিক দিয়ে আরেক দিক জায়গা, তো ওই থাপ্পড় লাগাই দিত।
One day, she was alone in the family home when she says her employer raped her.
তখন আমি বলছি যে আমি কারেন্টে দৌড়া মরে যাবো। আমি অনেক চিকের পারছি, পায়ে ধরছি, বাবা পর্যন্ত বলছি যে কইছি যে বাবা, তো আমি বাবা ডাকছি তোরে, কোনো বাবা তো কোনো মেয়েকে এরকম করতে পারে না। আর আমি যে একটা ধাক্কা দিছি, ধাক্কা দিয়ে পড়ে গেছে, তারপর আমি আর কোনো কিছু তো হাত ধরতে যাই, আমি একটা কামড় লাগাই দিছি। তো কামড় লাগাইতে আমার 2 হাত পাও ধরে আমার ইজ্জতটারে তখন নষ্ট করার ক্ষেত্রে আমি অনেক চিকের পারছি। ভয়ে ভয়ে বুঝতে পারছি আমি কারো কিছু বলতে পারতেছি না, আবার কিছু করবো তাহলে আমি কি করবো, আমার কথা ওরে আমি ওর সাথে আমি কথা বলি না এরপরের থেকে। মানুষকে মারতে, নির্যাতন করতে কিভাবে করতে পারে, যেটা আমার জীবনে ভাবতে হলে আমার যে কোনো মুহূর্তে আমার খুব খারাপ লাগে।
After her ordeal, Laili was trapped in her employer's home. Under the kafala system, she couldn't leave without his permission. Then, her situation got worse.
আমার এখনো কিছু একটা হয়নি, মেন্স হয়নি, তারপর নিজে ভয়ে ভয়ে বুঝতে পারছি আমি কারো কিছু বলতে পারতেছি না।
She knew she was pregnant.
জীবনটা শেষ করল। তারপরে পরের দিন ওর ম্যাডাম জামাই এসে আইয়া ডাক্তারের কাছে আমারে নিয়ে গেল, নিয়ে যায় আর তারপর তুই কারোর কিছু বলছস? আমি আর করি না।
The pregnancy meant that both Laili and her employer were in danger of prosecution under the country's zina laws. Her employer sent her back to Bangladesh.
এয়ারপোর্ট থেকে খালি আমার পরনে যা আছে তাই একটু পাসপোর্ট দিল, পাসপোর্টই হাতে ধরাইয়া বলো তুই চলে যা। আমি একটাকে সাথে কিছু করে নিয়ে আসতে পারিনি।
Once Laili was back in Bangladesh, she had an abortion. She never reported the alleged rape. Experts in the UAE's legal system stress that the zina laws aren't meant to punish women who've been raped.
ما يسمحون لأي شخص يعتدي سواء كان على امرأة أو على أجنبي. بس طبعا السيدة اللي تعمل في بيت تعتبر ضعيفة، وتعتبر أمورها بيد صاحب العمل. يعني إذا فعلا سيدة أو وحدة سيدة تشتغل في بيت واعتدي عليها بإكراه وبقوة، عقوبة إعدام. فيجب أن تبلغ، لكن طبعا هم يمكن يكون الشخص يكون ضعيف.
The UAE is not the only country in the region to criminalize sex outside marriage. But human rights campaigners believe its high number of migrant workers means more abused women are being trapped, and the authorities should act.
They need to decriminalise consensual sexual relations. This would then lift off the possibility that victims could be prosecuted and at least allow them to make claims. Then you need to be able to ensure that those who end up as victims are in a situation where they're not vulnerable.
In recent years, many of the most vulnerable women in the UAE have sought help from a committed campaigner.
This is the house. Come on in. Assalamu alaikum.
Sharla Musabeh transformed her house into a shelter for abused women and children.
She'll be leaving soon. This is a room where there are up to three beds. It's very comfortable. Well, if she comes to me and she's pregnant, I get her an examination, and I get her somebody, a midwife, to come and visit her on a regular basis, and we try to turn a negative into a positive. And then I speak to a lawyer, and he handles it the best way that he can. The problem is if they end up being hauled in by the sponsor, pregnant and being accused of something, the scenario's not so good. Usually she'll go to jail.
Sharla says she helped up to 3,000 women and children between 1991 and 2008.
Every case of a woman that had been physically abused or raped or unpaid, I felt it. I'm American. I came into this religion. And what inspired me was, you have to be responsible for your neighbors. And the house would be full, and I would just say, oh, please, please, God, please, Allah, expand the walls. And I think he did. I don't know how we got 70 women in that house, but somehow we did. Somehow every single day there was chicken coming to the door. Somehow there was enough baby formula. Somehow there was enough volunteers. Somehow.
After many years of helping women in the UAE, Sharla Musabeh was advised to leave the country. She now lives in America, but remains a passionate believer in the rights of the UAE's vulnerable women.
We have some amazing, amazing authorities in these countries. We have some great people. We have some great leaders who are very worldly and open-minded and educated. If they only just understood what the details of this victim's life were, they would be appalled and they would say, enough is enough. But they don't. Why? Because there's this hush, hush. Abe, everything's Abe.
Some women are pushed to such extremes that they can't keep quiet. Monica had a job as a domestic worker in Abu Dhabi. She says that one day she found herself alone in the house with her employer's driver.
Yun po, nasa kusina ako naglilinis yan. Hawak niya po yun nung inaano niya ako. Tinatakot niya ako. Pinagsamantalahan niya. wala akong magawa. Ako na mag-isa din. Kahit magsisigaw ako doon. Kasi ako na mag-isa.
Like many victims, Monica did not feel able to report the alleged rape. She lived in fear, trapped in the house. To make things worse, she discovered she was pregnant. She could now be punished for sex outside marriage.
Kasi natakot din po ako noon. Kasi nalaman kong buntis na ako. Naisip ko ipapakulong ako. Natakot na rin po ako noon.
In spite of the alleged rape and the pregnancy, under her contract, Monica still needed her employer's permission to leave.
Tapos nung nalaman ng amo ko, yun po, naikwento ko po sa kanya na kung ano nangyari. Isusumbong kita sa pulis, gusto mo? Sabi niya ganun. Tapos nakiusap na rin ako na, ma'am, wag na po, pauwi niyo na lang po ako. Sabi kong ganun. Sabi niya, bakit kita pauwiin? Hindi mo nga natapos yung kontrata mo. Sabi niya ganun. Katapos,
But Monica had one last chance to escape. She had a secret cell phone hidden in the kitchen. She used it to call a popular radio show back home in the Philippines.
All right, Monica, hi.
magandang umaga po sa inyo. Ako po umalis na rito.
She appealed for help, live on air.
Ilang buwan na ba ang tiyan mo?
Magpipito na po. Magsi 7 months na. Tapos, bali, magtatatlong buwan na rin akong hindi binibigyan ng sahod. Saka nahihirapan na rin ako magtrabaho dito. Kaya gusto ko na umalis. Ayaw naman nila.
Monica, yung bang sitwasyon mo ngayon ay nalaman na ba ito ng pamilya mo dito sa Pilipinas?
Hindi po nila alam.
Oo.
Okay.
Yan ang masakit Administrator Pin Torres. Ang pinakamasakit ngayon, hindi alam ng asawa niya. May asawa ho siya rito sa Pilipinas, Hindi alam ng asawa niya ang kanyang kalagayan abroad, diyan sa Abu Dhabi.
As a result of Monica's desperate appeal, the Philippines government intervened. They put diplomatic pressure on the UAE to let her go home.
Nakauwi din po ako noon kasi sabi nung binigyan na rin po ako ng ticket ng amo ko po.
When she arrived in Manila, the first person she called was her husband. Neither he nor her family knew that she had been raped or that she was pregnant. We filmed with her shortly after she told them.
Yung asawa ko una, hindi natanggap talaga, nagagalit. Parang sinisi ako yan. Yan kasi ang ginusto mo na magtatrabaho ka pa sa ibang bansa. Sabi mo ganun. Pero nung huli, kapag isip siya, sabi niya, sige, sabi niya, umuwi ka, sabi niya. Kasi sinabi ng mama ko, kung hindi mo tanggap yung bata, sabi ng mama ko, ibigay mo sa akin, kami mag-alaga, sabi ng mama ko. Tapos sinabi ko sa asawa ko, ayun, sabi niya, bakit ibibigay mo pa kala mama? Sabi niya, sa atin na lang, sabi niya gano'n. Ayun, tanggap naman na niya. Okay na sa kanya.
A few weeks after our interview, Monica had a baby boy. There are no official figures available, but we estimate that hundreds of vulnerable women are being caught by the UAE's kafala and zina laws every year. They are either victims of abuse or end up in prison for consensual sex outside marriage.
The problem is that every single year, tens of thousands of women are migrating. They're leaving behind their kids, their homes, and they're leaving because they really believe there's an opportunity for them to make money and to save such money. And they don't know what's awaiting them. And that's what's really scary.
We made repeated requests to the UAE authorities over many months for an interview about the laws on sex outside marriage and the kafala system, but received no response. In the last few days, they've issued a statement stressing that the UAE is proud of its modern outlook and living conditions and sees no contradiction between its commitment to this vision and the principles of its Arab and Islamic culture. It adds, "We assure you that the UAE takes every necessary step to ensure that victims of rape are protected and those responsible of such a heinous crime are prosecuted." The UAE's legal system is based on Sharia law. Many people here believe these laws are fair and appropriate.
يعني بلد اكو عنده تقاليد، بلد اكو عنده تراث، ويعتمد الشريعة في دستوره، فيجي يقول لا والله احنا نتجاوز كل هالامور. صعبة، يعني صعب تبريرها للمواطنين للبلد، يعني صعب تبريرها.
The United Arab Emirates promotes itself as a land of opportunity. But for many of its women, especially migrant workers, there's a darker side. The story of how women are falling foul of the UAE's laws has been largely untold until now. It's about a clash between the country's conservative traditions and the human rights of the women who help it to grow.
It is a challenge because Islamically they have every right. Every right. If this is your law, this is your law. But at the same time, if this is your law and you're a Muslim and you want things run Islamically, then this is a challenge. Then how do you do that? How do you do that? You have to draw the line. I'm not sure.
Monica still lives in the Philippines with her family. Marie lives near Manila with her 2 children. Their father has not been in contact. Laili died of leukemia on the 21st of April, 2015.